The morning sun spilled across the streets of Manila, painting the worn pavements in gold. For many, it was just another day of the city's relentless rhythm, vendors shouting prices, jeepneys weaving through traffic, children laughing and crying in equal measure. But for 48 children, today was anything but ordinary. Today, they were about to step onto the stage of America's Got Talent, a place that had seen wonders and heartbreaks alike. And today, they were determined to make a mark that would resonate far beyond the Manila sidewalks they called home. Among them was Lito, a boy of 10 with eyes that seemed too wise for his age. Every morning, he practiced scales on a battered keyboard that his father had bought secondhand. It had no power, no electricity, but somehow Lito could make it sing. His fingers danced over invisible keys, creating melodies only he could hear. Beside him, Maya, a girl of 12, clutched a violin with careful hands, the strings worn from years of improvising music for passers-by who tossed spare coins into their open cases. There was also Tomas, who had a voice that could shatter hearts, and Althea, whose dance moves could light up even the darkest alleyways. 48 children in total, each with a story, each carrying dreams heavy enough to lift an entire city. Backstage at the Dolby Theatre in Los Angeles, the air was thick with anticipation. The children huddled together, whispering encouragements and sharing small smiles. Their chaperones tried to calm the nerves, but even the most practiced adult would find it impossible to remain untouched by the mixture of excitement and fear radiating from the group. The judges were unaware of what awaited them. In previous auditions, groups had come and gone, but never like this. Simon Cowell leaned back in his chair, a frown barely masking his skepticism. 48 kids, he muttered, exchanging a glance with Howie Mandel. This better be worth it. Sofia Vergara and Heidi Klum smiled politely, expecting charm or talent, but nothing could prepare them for what was about to unfold. The curtain rose. Silence fell over the theater like a soft blanket, unusual for a group so large. 48 children walked onto the stage in perfect formation. The audience, initially unsure of how to react, murmured and shifted in their seats. But the children didn't rush. They didn't speak. They stood in calm anticipation, their eyes fixed forward, as if they were aware of the moment's gravity. Lito raised his hands slightly, and the children began to hum. Not loudly, not chaotically, but a gentle, rising harmony that seemed to grow from the floor itself. One by one, their individual talents began to shine. Maya's violin joined the hum, adding layers of emotion so deep that the audience felt it in their chests. Tomas' voice cut through the air, soft at first, then swelling into notes so pure that even Simon's usual expression of doubt faltered. Althea's dance moves were synchronized to perfection, each gesture telling a story words could not capture. It wasn't just a performance, it was a narrative of resilience. Each child represented countless others, children who sang under streetlights, danced on cracked pavements, or played instruments with worn strings and broken keys. The children's combined presence radiated a story of hope, struggle, and unwavering determination. From the audience, cheers began to form. The murmurs grew into audible gasps as the children's voices intertwined with the instruments. The performance didn't rely on pyrotechnics, special effects, or elaborate sets. The magic came from something far more powerful: authenticity. Every note, every movement, every silent pause was imbued with the lives they had lived. Simon leaned forward, hand over his mouth, eyes wide. Howie's jaw dropped, and Heidi's hands flew to her face. Sophia's smile faltered as she blinked rapidly, overcome by the raw, unfiltered beauty of the moment. 48 children had transformed the stage into a living mosaic of talent, culture, and sheer human spirit. Then, as if on cue, the children stopped. Silence returned, more profound than before, heavier than any sound the theater had ever held. The audience sat in stunned awe. In that moment, words were unnecessary. The impact of their presence had spoken louder than any cheer, any applause.